right, everybody, we are getting ready for the game. This is and nobody is kneeling for the anthem because back in the 19-aughts and teens, everyone was proud. We got our doubleheader, strat-o-matic Delaware, Chris, bringing to you live doubleheader between the 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates visiting the 1919 Chicago White Sox. The White Sox are 3-1. The Pirates are 1-3, looking to rack on some wins here in the DBL with a slow early start. And without any further ado, let's get to the game. On the mound, starting for the White Sox, is going to be Lefty Williams. So let's get going. I want to make sure we can see that. That's probably a little low. 4-9. And Fred Clark is going to start off with a single. Pen's not wanting to work right. That's the wrong pen. Dummy. All right, here we go. All right, that's Clark. I don't know if I'm going to use those or not. All right, here we go. Tommy Leach. 6-2, grounder to first. So we'll call that 3U. And Fred Clark goes to second. Next up, Dots Miller, second baseman. 6. That's going to be a 2-star single, RBI single for 3-6. Double for Hannes Wagner. Yeah, I caught that. RBI double for Wagner, and the Pirates get on the board early. All righty. Next is going to be Dots Miller, one away, facing Lefty Williams, off to a shaky start. The pitcher is 5-8, pops it up behind second. That is out number 2. Brings us to Owen Wilson, right fielder. 3-9 strikeout. That ends the inning. Pirates are on the board early. Score run in the top of the first. And we need them. All righty. So the White Sox come up to bat. Eddie Collins leading off against Nick Maddox, starting pitcher for the Pirates. 4-8 will be a pop-up to first. Gandil easily makes the play, one away. No, not Gandil. Dippy-doo, Bill Abstein. Buck Weaver. I keep doing that. 3-7 pops up behind third. Out number 2. No one in the chat yet, but y'all will show up if you show up, and we'll talk when you do. 3-6 for Shoeless Joe. That's a double. 2 outs for Shoeless Joe. Chick Gandil, man on second, facing Nick Maddox. And that is a 5. Should put this up here. Easier to see, huh? 5-10. Fly ball to left. That'll end the inning. So at the top of the second. 1-0 Pittsburgh. See if I can add a little extra illumination, guys. I'll be right back. Meaning to take care of this for a couple of days now. A light bulb burned out. Shed some light on the subject. That helps a little bit, I think. All right, here we go, top of the second. So we can move things along here. Bill Abstein facing Lefty Williams. 4-4, we a grounder to third. Bucky Weaver's a 2-15. And he scoops it up over to Gandil for out number 1. George Gibson, 2-3 strikeout. 2 away, third baseman Bobby Byrne. 5-11 grounder to first. Gandil's a 1 with a 16. Makes the play, no problem. So we go to the bottom of the second. Oh. Up for the White Sox. It'll be right fielder Nemo Leibold. One 8. That'll be a single. So Leibold is on base. B. Steeler. They're not going to hold him, and he's going to go. And he's going to get thrown out. Felsch is a righty, as I recall. So 2-4 SBX. Have Felsch. 3-6. That is a line out second. Brings up catcher Ray Shaw. 4-9 off Matic's card, and that is a triple on the split for catcher Ray Shaw. 2 outs. Sox have some action. Swede Risberg. 5-10, fly ball to left. Nope, that ends the inning right there. Sox, nothing across the plate. So we go to the top of the third. Maddox is going to be leading off, batting against lefty Williams. All righty. 2-10, strikeout. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. Oh, well, that's just the way I'm going to do it. Fred Clark, 4-10, and that is a double. I don't want to confuse that with a double because that was a single his first time up. And on second, 1 out, Tommy Leach going to bunt him over. 7, and that is down the first base line. 3-4 sack. Gets over on the sacrifice hit. 2 outs. Man on third. Honus Wagner at the plate. 4-8 grounder to short. That'll be Risberg's a 1 with a 12, and that's a 1 base error. It's an unearned run, but it is a run. E6, not an RBI. Fred Clark scores again. Put that on Risberg. Oh, my goodness. Pirates are up 2-0 early. Dots Miller. 1-8 and misses the homer split, but gets a double. No earned runs from this point on. But Wagner being a 117, they're going to send him home. 4, another run across the plate. And I believe that's not an RBI either because he should not have been on base. Run, though. So Williams, less 2 earned runs. However, 3-0 lead. Owen Wilson, 4-11 ground to short. Risberg with a 3, fielding at a 1. That's an out over to Gandil. End the inning. Buccos score 2 more. That'll bring us to the bottom of the third. No one in the chat yet. Quite all right. Anyone comes in, awesome. If no one comes in, awesome. I get to play baseball. Lefty Williams leading off against Maddox, 4-7, grounder to second. That's going to be Dots Miller to 2 with an 8 over to Abstein, out number 1. Put that up there where you can see it. Keep forgetting to do that. That's going to bring us to Eddie Collins. Make sure, yeah, that's right. Where? I'm missing a card. Right there. Okay. Eddie Collins, 2-8. That's a grounder to short, out number 2. I've discovered that I am my own worst enemy for rapid play. 2-8 on Bucky Weaver's card, grounder to third, ends the inning. So nothing doing, bottom of the third, your score after 3. 09 Pittsburgh Pirates, 3. 1919 Chicago White Sox, 0. Pirates come up top of the 4th. Lefty Williams back out on the mound. Bill Abstein, first baseman, 3-7 single. Leads off the inning with a base hit. Come here, card. George Gibson, catcher. 5-3, grounder to the box. So Williams fielding at a 2 with a 14, and that's a double play ground ball. Doubles up on Abstein. 1-6-3, we'll call it. Takes us to Bobby Byrne, third baseman. 3-8, grounder to short. Sox get out of that inning pretty quickly. Go to the bottom of the bracket. Pittsburgh still with a 3-run lead. Joe Jackson leads off, 3-2, grounded to first, 1 away. Chick Gandil, first baseman. 3-6 is a single. And Nemo Leibold, right fielder. 1-5, 2-star single. Moves Gandil around to third. Pat Felsch. 1-8 pops up behind second. That is 2 outs. And now Nick Maddox only needs 1 out to get out of a minute the corners jam. 4-8 pops up behind first. And the White Sox cannot bring anyone across the plate. Scores 3-0 Pittsburgh after 4. Ray Schock couldn't follow up that triple with another base hit. That would have been very timely if he could have. Lefty Williams on the mound facing Nick Maddox, his second time up. Struck out the first time, 5-8. Pops it up behind short for 1 out. Maddox uses a 3. Yep, Fred Clark, leadoff batter, left fielder, 2-7, draws a walk. Gets the free pass from Lefty Williams. And on first, Clark is going to steal second. Clark is going to get it. He is on second. Tommy Leach, 1 out, 261 batter. He's laying it down. 9, batter is safe. Lead runner thrown out. By the catcher. 2-5. Fielder's choice. My goodness, 2 outs. Honest Wagner comes up. Man is no longer in scoring position. 3-8, doesn't matter. 2-star single. He's in scoring position again. 2 outs, man at the corners. Dots Miller comes up. Doubled his last time up. 3-11, grounds hard to short. Risberg to Gandil. That'll be out number 3. White Sox get out of the insurance run jam. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Pirates and Nick Maddox take the field. Leading off will be number 8 in the order, shortstop Swede Risberg. The pitch, 2-1. Lefty Williams grounded to second his first time up. That's a 2-8 strikeout. Leadoff batter Eddie Collins. White Sox looking to get something going here. 6-5. That's not the way to do it. Fly to left. Out number 3. 3-0. After 5 innings, Pirates lead over the White Sox. Go to the top of the 6th. Lefty Williams still on the mound. Only 3 runs given up so far. Owen Wilson, right fielder, 4-6 off. Williams' card is a strikeout. Second time he's gone down swinging at the knee cheese. Bill Abstein, first baseman, 4-2. Catcher's card X. Shock is a 1 with a 5. Passed ball followed by a pop out. So no passed ball, no one on base. George Gibson, catcher, 2 down, top of the 6th. 2-7 is a grounder to third. Inning-ending ground ball. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Jerry, how's it going, sir? Good to see you in the chat room there, Mr. Jerry Ball. How are you? I hope all is well. Figured I'd roll out some more dead ball this afternoon. Didn't have anything on the docket. So I hope everything is good for you. It is a great day for a doubleheader at the ballpark. Bucky Weaver leading off, bottom of the 6th, 1-8. And Jerry Ball is good luck. Triple in the house for Bucky Weaver. He's so ecstatic he almost peed his pants sliding into third. Shoeless Joe ready to get one on the board. Pirates are ahead, 3-0. Bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 6th. Yeah, I didn't sing yet. 3-7, and that's an RBI single. White Sox have got some business. Joe Jackson drives in the run. He's on first, no out. Nick Maddox has been scored upon. Chip Gandil at the plate. 4-6, fly ball to right for 1 away. Next up, Nemo Leibold, 302 batter in 19. He's going to swing away. 6-11, fly ball to left. That's an X. So that'll be Fred Clark fielding at a 2 with a 14. And that is an out. Runners hold. So 2 away. Sox have scored a run. Half Felsch comes up to the plate. 4-5, grounder hard to second. That'll end the inning. Yep, Dots Miller gets it over to Bill Abstein. But the Sox do play to run the bottom of the 6th. Narrow the margin to 2. Yeah, all these matchups are good, aren't they, Jerry? Before I play another Giants game, I do have a card an uncarded player that I do need to make a card for because he was on the team and he's listed on the Strat-o-matic app. Moonlight Graham. Yep, he's going to be on the team. Bobby Byrne leading off top of the 7th for the Pirates. 6-8 leads off with a single. The third baseman batting 8th in the order. Now we have Nick Maddox. Facing lefty, 2-6, strikes out for out number 1. Probably should have bunted him over. I'm kind of burning through this. Should have bunted him over. Fred Clark, hit and run. Probably shouldn't have done that. 9, batter misses pitch. Roll for the steal. He's an A. And he makes it. Stolen base for Bobby Byrne. Very fortuitous turn of events. Don't need to hit and run anymore. Regular swings. Fred Clark. 1-8 catches a triple. RBI triple for Fred Clark, and the Pirates score another. Bobby Byrne scores. 1 out. Fred Clark standing 90 feet away. Tommy Leach facing lefty Williams. 4-5 off Williams' card is a hard grounder to second. And all runners will advance a base. 4-3 RBI. Fred Clark scores. Brings us to Hannes Wagner. Stop. 1-10. Hard ground ball back to the box. Williams to Gandil. Ends the inning. Pirates score 2 more. Well, he only had the one at bat. His card on the reader is horrible. Moonlight Grams is. His card on the reader is horrible, the app. But that's okay. I'm going to put him in there because he could always roll something off the pitcher's card. Bottom of the 7th. At the old ball game. Ray Schock leading off for the White Sox. 1-5. Fly ball to center. Out number 1. Swede Risberg shortstop. 4-10. And that's a home run on the split right there. 1-3. Swede Risberg knocks it out of the park. Swede Risberg scores. Chicago plates another run. 7th inning. We're going to pinch hit for Lefty Williams. So Lefty is out of the game. Who are we going to bring in? Da-dee-da-dee-da. The pinch for Mr. Lefty. I'm seeing Fred McMullen. Yeah, let's take that out of there. Fred McMullen. One of the fixers. Fred McMullen, he's a 14C runner stealer. Williams is done. Let's do this. McMaddox, 4-6, fly ball to right, out number 2. Eddie Collins will be next. The professor, the college boy, 6'3", draws a walk. He waits Maddox out and makes it happen. He's on base. Smartest man in baseball, Eddie Collins. Bucky Weaver, 2 out, man on first. Sox looking to make it happen. 4-7, grounder to second. Is Dots Miller, 2-15, and it's a 1-base error. So Bucky Weaver makes it on. No more earned runs this inning. But the White Sox have got some business. 2 men on, 2 out. Shoeless Joe. Can he bring him in again? 4-7, grounder to second. Dots Miller gets a chance to redeem himself, and he does. 4-3 ends the inning. White Sox played a run. Score is 5-2, going to the top of the 8th. New pitcher for Chicago will be, let us see, who we bringing in? We're bringing in, yucky people. How about Red Faber? I'm thinking Red Faber. It looks like a Faber. Or Faber, maybe, like Fabergé. I don't know. We'll call him Red Faber. I bet that's wrong, but that's okay. BJ, how's it going? How is it going? Good to see you in the room this afternoon. Yep, we've got 2 games going. We're at the top of the 8th. 09 Pittsburgh Pirates in game 1 of the doubleheader are leading the Chicago White Sox of 19, 5-2. Dots Miller leading off top of the 8th. 6-8 off Faber's card is a pop out to first, out number 1. Owen Wilson, right fielder, facing Faber. 6-5 is a single. Pirates are on base. Bill Absteen. 5-10. Living off the pitcher's card and living it up large. Single. And Wilson is going to round second with a 114. He's thrown out at third. We'll call that 7-2. Thrown out right there. 2 outs. Man at first. Bill Absteen. George Gibson, catcher, comes to the plate. 6-7. Living off the pitcher's card. Fly ball to right. That's going to end the inning. No runs for the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the 8th. runs. He's only given up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Granted, a double, triple, and a homer. You know, White Sox have owned him when they've wanted to, but they haven't had many opportunities. Chip Gandil leading off. 2-6 is a grounder to third. Easily handled by Bobby Byrne, out number 1. Right fielder Nemo Leibold. 4-5 will be a grounder to second. Dots Miller follows suit for out number 2. Hap Felsch, come on Hap, let's make it happen. It's a 6-10 and catches a single off Maddox card. 2 outs, man on first. Ray Schock hasn't had a hit since his triple in the second. 5-3, grounder to third. Bobby Burns at 2 with a 16, and that is an out to end the inning. White Sox, nothing going. Bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th inning. Pirates looking to add it on. Da-da-da-da. Red Faber. I don't think, nope, I haven't been corrected, so I'm going to keep calling him Faber. I could get a baseball reference later and check and make sure how to pronounce it, but that's what I'm calling him for now. Bobby Byrne leading off. 4-5 and leads off with a single. Catches a split. Just catches a split of 1-6. Going to bring us Nick Maddox. He's going to lay it down, and that one did not work. Batter is safe. Lead runner thrown out by the pitcher. Maddox, I'm not sure which hand he pitched with. We'll go with, that was, where is one before? It doesn't matter. 2-6, we'll call it. On with the fielder's choice. Failed sack. Fred Clark, one away, man on first. 4-11, grounder to first. That's going to be Gandil at a 1 with a 15, and that's a double play ball to end the top of the 9th. Doubles up on Maddox, 1-6-3. To the bottom of the 9th inning, and it is do or die for the White Sox in game 1. It's Faber. Is that correct, Jerry? F-A-H instead of F-A-Y. I think that's how I'm reading you there. Swede Risberg leading off, bottom of the 9th. Here we go. Nick Maddox on the mound, 5-9. Fly ball to center field for out number 1, and we're going to pinch hit for Faber. Yeah, Fred McMullen. He was just a placekeeper for the pitcher's spot. Shane Collins, left fielder. It's going to come in and pinch hit. Collins, Shano. He's a 14-runner D-Stealer. All right, here we go. One away, Shano Collins. Faber, got you. Thank you, Jerry. Pinch hitting for Red Faber. Had to say it right once in the game. 6-8, and that's a single for Shano Collins. Good call by Kid Gleason to get the pinch hitter in there. Man on first, one out, Eddie Collins. They're not sacrificing this time. They're batting him around the bases, and he draws another walk. Smart man gets on base. We've got business going. Bottom of the 9th. Bucky Weaver, 2 men on, 1 out. 3-7, pop out to third. 2 away. No chance to ground a double play on that one. However, Shoeless Joe represents the tying run. Here we go. Nick Maddox gets a signal from Gibson. The windup, the pitch, 6-7, misses a split hardliner to short, and that's the end of the game right there. That is the end of the game. Pittsburgh Pirates win 5-2. Nick Maddox gave up 2 runs, gave up 8 hits. He walked 2, struck out 1 in 9 innings, the complete game win. Fred Clark went 3 for 4 with a double, a triple, an RBI, 3 runs scored, stolen base, and a walk. Who's the player of the game, guys? I think it's between those two. I think it's between Nick Maddox and Fred Clark. Game 2 is coming right up. Nick Maddox and Fred Clark. What do you think, guys? BJ and Jerry. Let's see if anyone else is in the chat so I can say hi. I think you guys are it. Yeah, small room, not a problem with that. Easier to keep track of. I'm kind of leaning towards Fred Clark scoring 3 bases, getting on base 4 times, scoring 3 of those runs. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Jerry. We're going to go 2 out of 3. Yeah, Fred Clark. Player of the game right there. We're going to go to game 2. All ready to go. No injuries. I don't have to re-scribble any lineups. That's a good thing. Let me just round up a couple of pitchers, and we'll be good to go. On the mound for the White Sox is going to be Dickie Kerr. Let's straighten this pile back up. Let's put Williams under Cecott. So we're getting straight away here. Faber back in here. Yeah, I got his name right. Woo! And Vic Willis got pinch hit 4. Who is going? Oh, no. Vic Willis is pitching. Maddox got pinch hit 4. Did he? No. Oh, no. Yeah. Never mind. Okay. Willis is going to be starting on the mound for the Pirates when they come up. When the White Sox come up. All right, here we go. Game 2. Dickie Kerr and Vic Willis, starting pitchers. And we need Fred Clark back on top. Let's see, Willis is a 1. Make sure we got the right batting cards in here. And Kerr is a 4. All right. Actually had the cards out and ready to go, if you can believe that. All righty, here we go, game 2. Starting off. Fred Clark leading off against Dickie Kerr. 4-12. That is ground ball to short. Risberg is a 2. With a 4, that's an out. Tommy Leach. 1-9. That's going to be a low double. So Leach is on second. 1 out. Top of the first inning. As of right now, the Pirates are 2-3. The White Sox are 3-2 in this early going of the season. Honest Wagner, 4-10. Catcher's card X. That's going to be Shock at a 1 with a 20. Foul out. 2 away. Dots Miller, second baseman. 1-6, misses a skinny double split, gets a 2-star single, enough to bring Tommy Leach home. He scores. Dots Miller with an RBI. Pirates get on the board early again. Owen Wilson, right fielder, Chief Wilson, 1-4. Grounder to first. Gandil trots over, makes the unassisted force. Pirates start early again. Dickie Kerr trots back over the dugout. Lefty Williams has some words of advice for him. Just hang in there and throw your best stuff. Hopefully the guys will prevail in the field and at the bat. Eddie Collins, the professor. 4-5, draws a walk-off Vic Willis to lead things off. So we've got a man on. Buck Weaver takes the pitch outside, and Collins is off, and he makes it to second. So Eddie Collins on second base. White Sox are in position. Bucky Weaver hit and run. And grounder to second. Runners advance a base. 4-3. So with one out, a little bit of small ball strategy. Yes. The White Sox have a man on third with one out, and Shoeless Joe Jackson at the plate. Eddie Collins, come on, bring me home, Joe. 3-3, grounder to third. Runners are going to hold, so that's a 5-3. 2 outs, Chick Gandil, first baseman. Eddie Collins really wants to run, and that is a single. RBI single for Chick Gandil. Eddie Collins scores. And we've got a tie ball game. Nemo Leibold, right fielder, facing Vic Willis. 4-2, draws a walk, and it ain't over yet. It ain't over till it's over. O-V-U-H, over. Hepfelsch, 2 men on, 2 outs. Vic Willis, 3-3. Hard grounder back to the box, gets it over to Abdeen. That'll end the inning. Answer with a run. We have a tie game going to the top of the second. Good inning by the White Sox. Dickie Kerr looks back to Lefty Williams as he trots up the stairs, and Lefty said, "See, told you so. Don't worry about it, kid." All right, here we go. Bill Abstein leading off for the Pirates. 2-9, flies out to center. Felsch makes his breadbasket catch for out number 1. George Gibson, catcher. 3-2, hard grounder back to the box. Kerr scoops it up over to Gandil for out number 2. We go to the 8th in the order. Bobby Byrne, third baseman. The pitch from Kerr, 3-12. It's a single. Loops it over the right side of the infield. 2 outs. That'll bring up Vic Willis, pitcher. Kerr's pitch, 1-4, strikeout, ends the inning. So the Pirates don't score anything in the top of the second. So we go to the bottom of the bracket. Yeah, good start for both teams indeed, Jerry. Keep it on even ground. Don't let anyone have an early advantage, because then you take yourself out of your game. Ray Shaw leading off the action. Near the bottom of the order, facing Willis, 6-9. Lines hard to Abstein at first for out number 1. Swede Risberg, 2-6, strikeout. Vic Willis gets his first K of the afternoon. Here comes Dickie Kerr. 4-5, draws a walk. Pitcher shows some patience. Eddie Collins, 2 out. Vic Willis with the pitch, 5-9 off Willis' card, pops it up behind first. Abstein makes that play. Inning over. The score is 1-1 after 2 full innings. Brings to the top of the third. Dickie Kerr out on the mound, ready to face leadoff batter Fred Clark, top of the order for the Pirates. Kerr's pitch, 4-11, hard grounder back to the box. Kerr's at 2 with a 1, and it gets through. It gets through. Hard bounce off his leg. Can't get to the second baseman. Can't get to it on time. Eddie Collins. So that's going to be a single for Fred Clark. Infield single. Bad bounce. Tommy Leach. 6-9. Hard liner to Collins at second for the first out. Honus Wagner at the plate, batted .339 in 1909. That'll be 2-7 and draws a walk. So we've got 2 men on base, 1 out. Dots Miller comes up, batted .279. Miller's going to lay it down. 9. Batter safe, lead runner thrown out by catcher. 2-5 on the failed sack. So Wagner at second, Miller at first. 2 outs. Chief Wilson, right fielder. Dickie Kerr, 1-8 strikes him out, and the White Sox get out of a little bit of a jam there. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Vic Willis trots out to the mound, takes a couple of warm-up pitches with Mr. Gibson behind the plate. Throws down to Miller around the horn. Bucky Weaver strides out to the left side of the plate in the batter's box. A couple of warm-up hacks. Here's the pitch. 5-8 pops it up behind Wagner. He drifts back, makes the catch for out number 1. The pitchers are in command of this game so far. Shoeless Joe, 1 away, bottom of the third, 4-7, slaps a single up the middle. White Sox have a man on. Go ahead, run on first base, Chick Gandil. I need to scoot that up, sorry. 4-5, and Gandil patiently waits for a walk. So 2 men on for the White Sox. Nemo Leibold, a 302 batter. He's going to swing away. 3-8, fly ball to right field. Second out, runners will hold. That's a B. Hap Felsch, chance to make the lead for the Sox. 3-7, 2-star single, RBI single for Hap Felsch. Knocks Gandil around to third. Shoeless Joe scores with his shoes on. Ray Schalk, 2-1 lead, 2 outs. Men at the corners. Vic Willis in trouble, 1-7. Gets him to pop it up to Miller in the inning. But the White Sox score a run and take the lead, 2-1 after 3 innings. That will bring us to the top of the 4th. Pirates at the plate. Bill Abstein, first baseman, 6th in the order, leading off. Dickie Kerr, the pitch, 4-3, strikes him out. Kerr's 3rd strikeout so far this afternoon. George Gibson, catcher, 1 away, 3-10, gets a single. So the Pirates have some action going here. On base, they've got some business in the cooker. Bobby Byrne, 3rd baseman, 2-3, flies to left, out number 2. That brings us to Vic Willis. Nothing to do but swing away. 6-6, fly to left, that's out number 3. Pirates do not score any runs in the top of the 4th. Yup, Hap Felsch with the RBI single. Give the White Sox the lead. We go to the bottom of the inning, and 8th in the order, Swede Risberg, shortstop, leading off. 3-4, pops out behind third. Burns makes that catch. 1 away. Vic Willis with a 2-9 grounder to first. Abstein trots that one over for out number 2. And that brings us to the top of the order. Eddie Collins singled, stole a base, got to third on a hit and run, and scored a run to lead the game off, and popped up to third to end the 2nd inning. 5-5 from Vic Willis. Fly ball to right field. Back goes Wilson, makes the catch. So after 4 complete innings, your score is 1919 Chicago White Sox 2, 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates 1. Let's go to the chat for a minute. I know there's nothing going on, just making some. Third base would be charging on the bunt, and I think you are right about that. So shortstop would have covered? Yeah, shortstop would have covered, I think. So, yeah, we'll make that 2-6 up there. I think you're right there, Jerry. All right. Badoink, badoink, badoink. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so here we go. Where are we? Top of the 5th. Okay. Yeah, just, I love playing Strat. I do. Baseball. Videos is incidental. I like being able to do it, but this is just so fun. Fred Clark leading off, top of the 5th. 8, and that's going to be a single on the split on Dickie Kerr's card. So Fred Clark, the captain, is on base. And he's going to try to steal second. And he's going to steal second. Second theft in the series for Fred Clark. Tommy Leach, 261 batter. You know what's going to happen. He's laying it down. And he's thrown out by the pitcher. Now, call that, I don't know, call it a 1-4. On the sack, however, gets Clark over to third. 1 out, man on third. Pirates with a chance to tie this up. Honus Wagner is up 1-8 and gets a single, RBI single, and the Pirates tie the ball game right back up. No team letting the other team have an advantage for long in this game. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. I have fun doing it, you know. I have fun doing it. Stotts Miller, 1 out, 6-10. Fly ball to center field. Easy catch by Hap Felsch for 2 away. Tie ball game, top of the 5th inning. The 2 and 3 Pirates have just tied it up. The 3 and 2 White Sox. Owen Wilson, 3-7, misses a single. Hard grounder to Gandil all over it. Makes the play. Out number 3. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Dickie Kerr is doing really well. Yep, the Flying Dutchman, Honus Wagner. Living up to his legend here in the Dead Ball League. Now the bottom of the 5th. Bucky Weaver leading off the action for the White Sox. Vic Willis on the mound still. 3-8, pops it up behind first. Abstein makes the easy play for out number 1. He's little. There's a strat bug. I got the strat bug. You didn't see it, but I got him. The strat bug came to visit me today. Shoeless Joe, 1 away. 1-6. It's a grounder to short. Easy play by Wagner over to Abstein for out number 2. Chip Gandil. 2-2, dead ball. This is going to go extra innings. I know how this works. Line out to third. So no score in the 5th inning by either team. Yeah, any 2-2 game with these old teams, it goes into extra innings. It's been a while, but I remember the drill. I know how this works. Make Chris spend an hour and a half playing a baseball game, especially on a live stream when other people want to have something going, you know. Oh, well, I digress. Abstein leading off top of the 6th, 5-6, and he leads off with a single. Pirates pick up right where they left off. George Gibson, catcher, number 7 in the order. None out. Dickie Kerr, man on first, 3-5. Fly ball to center field. Hap Felsch makes one of his breadbasket catches. Pops the glove down right in front of his waist. Lets the ball fall into it. 1 away. Bobby Byrne, third baseman. 2-9. Fly ball to center. Hap Felsch does it again for out number 2. And that's going to bring us to starting pitcher Vic Willis. 2 outs. Abstein on first. 4-5 and draws a walk, Vic Willis does. Advances a base runner, helping his own cause. Fred Clark with a chance to get the go-ahead run. I didn't write a run here. Sorry about that. There's a run right there. Fred Clark. 4-3, strikes out. Ends the inning. So it is 2-2 going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Oh, yeah, love free baseball is awesome. I love free baseball, too. I love free anything. As long as you realize what you're getting. Nemo Leibold. Here we go. More light, a little bit closer, I think. That'll work. Yeah, we got a little effect there, like sun coming in through the right field stands into the corner of the field there. You can't see anything. What can I do to fix that? I know what I can do. Give me a sec, guys. Oh, let me fix that. No, I'm not standing in front of the window. Does that make it any better? No, not really. That's my head. You can see the roll. You can see the cards. I'll try to keep the dice in the middle of the screen. All right, here we go. Bottom of the sixth. Nemo Leibold. 1-3 pops up to second base. Dots Miller. 1 away. At Felsch. Willis with the pitch. 2-7. Hard grounder to Wagner. Gets it over to Abstein for out number 2. 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the sixth inning, 2 outs. Ray Schalk facing Vic Willis. 1-9. Hard grounder to Wagner. Ends the inning. We go to the top of the seventh. Score knotted at 2. Dickie Kerr comes out onto the mound. All right, here we go. Leadoff. Center fielder, Tommy Leach. I keep wanting to be able to say in a game with a card, now batting, number 9, Roy Hobbs. God, I love that movie. Here we go. Oh, it looks like the shadow is getting long already. Yep, sun is kind of dropping down towards the horizon here in southern Delaware. It's a beautiful day outside, and here I am inside. That's okay. Tommy Leach leading off, top of the seventh, 3-10. Hard grounder back to the box. Kerr handles it over to Gandil for out number 1. Honest Wagner strides up to the plate. A couple of warm-up hacks. Here's a pitch from Kerr. 2-7, draws a walk. His third time on base. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single and 2 walks in this game. Miller, 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the top of the first. Kerr with a pitch, 2-6, hard grounder to third. B, that would be a, I'm having brain fade. Batter is safe. Runner on first is out. And where did that go? 2-6 to third. Sorry about that. Brain fade. Wagner is out at second. Real brain fade. He should have stole the base. Come on, Chris. Let's go. Owen Wilson, 4-12. Grounder to short. Risberg is a 2 with a 20, and that is an out. Third out. Over to Gandil. And Owen Wilson has ended an inning all 4 times. Goodness. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. I will be fair and I will forego 1 piece of strategy for the White Sox in this inning to make up for Wagner not stealing second. It wouldn't have made a difference, though. Yeah, it wouldn't have been an out. It would have been an out. It would have been Miller. Now we'll let it go. At the old ball game, Sweet Risberg against Vic Willis. Bottom of the 7th. 2-11 hard grounder to Wagner. That's 1 away. Dickie Kerr is going to stay in the game. He's going to bat facing Vic Willis. 4-10. Catcher's card X. Gibson is a 1-11 and pops it up behind home plate. Gibson's underneath it. Makes the catch of the foul out. That is 2 away. Eddie Collins takes the pitch from Vic Willis. 4-8 single. 2 out single, bottom of the 7th. Bucky Weaver comes up to the plate. He is just yelling at Willis. He wants to get this hit. He wants to get this hit. Come on, don't let him down. 1-7, and it's a double. Eddie Collins is rounding third. 117 scores the go-ahead run. White Sox are up 3-2. RBI double, Bucky Weaver. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. White Sox go up by a run. Here is Joe Jackson, 5-6, and that is a single for Joe Jackson. That is a 2-star single for Joe Jackson. RBI. Bucky Weaver scores, and the White Sox open the floodgates. Let's just sit and chew on that for a second. All right, White Sox. 2 runs, bottom of the 7th, all with 2 outs. Here comes Chick Gandil. Man on first, Shoeless Joe, 2-7. Vic Willis going to get through the inning. Line out hard to Wagner. That is the 3rd out. But the White Sox have possibly put a nail in the coffin. 2 runs late in the game. Your score going to the top of the 8th. Chicago White Sox 4. Pittsburgh Pirates 2. Dickie Kerr back on the mound. Don't know if we'll see Vic Willis or not. But Dickie Kerr still going strong. Bill Abstein, first baseman leading off the top of the 8th, strikes out. I need to go up here. I wonder if you were able to see that whole last inning. I might have had the score sheet in the wrong place. George Gibson, catcher, 6-6. Off Kerr's card, fly to left for out number 2. Bobby Byrne, third baseman. Pirates need to get something going, and quick. And Howe pops up the second. Eddie Collins makes easy work of the pop-up. So no runs scored by the Pirates in the top of the 8th. Who do we have in the bullpen for Pittsburgh? Lefty Layfield, I think, is going to come in for the beleaguered Vic Willis. So let me make a change. That's the end there. Layfield will start pitching right there. Willis went 7 innings. He's a pitcher on record for the loss. All right, I think we're ready to go. Lefty Layfield on the mound takes a few warm-up pitches from George Gibson. Well, with George Gibson. Nemo Leibold, right fielder. 2-10. Pops it up to Dots Miller for out number 1. Hat Felsch. Layfield's pitch, 4-10. Catches a single split. So Hap Felsch is on base. Ray Schalk, the catcher, going to swing away. 4-7, grounder to second. That's going to be Miller is a 2 with a 2, and that's a single, a 1-base single for Ray Schalk. And the Sox are not done yet. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th, 2 men on. Swede Risberg, 5-10, and Risberg with a 2-star single, and the Sox score another run. Felsch scores. Schalk makes it around to third. 1 out. Dickie Kerr comes up. They're going to let him bat. He's staying in the game. He's going the distance. 5-11, grounder to first. That's going to be Abstein is a 4. Ugh, with a 17. And that is out. No runners on base. No runners are forced. Runners hold. With 1 or more runners forced, batter is safe. Advance a base. So that would be, it was Abstein, 3-6. Fielder's choice. Another run scores for the White Sox. 2 outs. We go to Eddie Collins. October 1st, 1961, Roger Maris hits number 61. Awesome. Fantastic. We love this day in baseball. That's fantastic. Eddie Collins, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. White Sox have scored 2 more, 2-6, and he hits a single. How long do you leave the reliever in the game? Long enough to get Bucky Weaver out. Minutes of corners. 5-2, grounder to short. Wagner's a 1 with an 18. Gets it over to Abstein. Out number 3. White Sox score 2 more. Score is 6-2. Going to the top of the 9th. This could well be it for Pittsburgh. Dickie Kerr comes out. He's going to try to complete this game, finish what he started. And we're at the bottom of the order for the Pirates. They're going to have a pinch hitter. Who are we going to bring in to do the pinch hitting duties? I think they're going to call on good old standby Ham Hyatt. They'll bring Ham Hyatt into the game to pinch hit. He's a 14 runner, a D stealer, and here's the pitch from Dickie Kerr as I drop the white die. It almost rolls over to the wall. But I'm barefoot, so I'm able to bring it back over here. Top of the 9th, Pirates down by 4. Hyatt with the leadoff pitch from Dickie Kerr, 4-12, grounder to Risberg at short. He's a 2 with an 8, scoops it up over to Chick Gandil, and that is 1 away. 2 outs left in the top of the 9th. Fred Clark, the captain. Can he be the spark the Pirates need to come back? Come back. 111 pops it up behind second. Eddie Collins makes the play. That's 2 away. Tommy Leach comes walking out of the on-deck circle. Takes his position next to home plate. Ray Schock smacks his glove a couple of times. Looks out to Dickie Kerr, who's settling in for the sign. Here comes the call in from Schock. Dickie Kerr nods. Settles in. The wind-up, the kick, the pitch. 2-4. Hard grounder. Hit the Buck Weaver. Over to the line. He grabs it. He comes back across his body. Frozen rope throw to Chick Gandil. Out number 3. Game is over. Game is over. The Chicago White Sox win by a final score of 6-2. Dickie Kerr, complete game win. Went the distance. Only gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. 8 hits. But he retired the last 7 batters in a row. Gave up a walk. And aside from that, retired the last, aside from 2 walks, retired the last 14 batters in a row there. At the plate for the White Sox, anybody really stand out? Well, Eddie Collins, 3 for 5, stolen base, 2 runs scored. Bucky Weaver, 1 for 5 with an RBI double. Shoeless Joe, 2 for 4 with an RBI single and a run scored. Chip Gandil, 1 for 3. Nemo Leibold, 0 for 3. Hap Felsch, 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored, 2 singles. Ray Schock, 1 for 4 with a run scored on a single. Swede Risberg, 1 for 4 with a strikeout. I think it's between Eddie Collins and Dickie Kerr. MP Fox, hey, how's it going, man? Welcome to the game. Welcome to the chat at the end of the game. Just voting on the player of the game for Game 2 of the twin billing. And I think it's between Eddie Collins and Dickie Kerr. What do you think, guys? Yeah, BJ's going for the pitcher, and I kind of agree with him. What do you think, Jerry? We got 4 guys in here. Let's have a majority. Dickie Kerr. Yeah, he got it. Player of the game. Pitcher Dickie Kerr. 9 innings, 8 hits given up. Only gave up 2 runs. He struck out 1, 2, 3, 4 batters. Yeah. He did pretty good. It was great defense on the part of the White Sox. It really helped out a lot, too. But, yeah, give it to Dickie going the distance. MP Fox, BJ Wanland, Jerry Ball. Guys, thanks for coming to the chat. I'm going to move over in case anyone else is wanting to live stream anywhere, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. Again, this is Chris, strat-o-matic, Delaware. This was a doubleheader of the Dead Ball League. Game 1, Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Chicago White Sox 5-2. And Game 2, Chicago beat Pittsburgh, got some revenge, 6-2. So the White Sox are 4-2 after this game. The Pirates are 2-4. And that's it. Guys, have a great weekend. Keep on rolling.